Hey Julia, welcome to this exciting new podcast episode.
Thanks, Simon. I'm happy to be here. So, what are we going to practice today?
Great question. In this episode, we have a fun speaking challenge for our audience.
That sounds interesting. What kind of challenge?
We'll ask a question, and after hearing it, our viewers can pause the video and try recording their own answers. Then they can check their response with ours.
That's a great idea. It makes the practice more interactive.
Exactly. The best way to improve speaking skills is by actually speaking. So, let's get started.
So, Simon, how do you usually spend your free time?
Well, I usually like to spend my free time doing a mix of activities. I often start with a good book or my favourite playlist, and if the weather's nice, I'll take a walk in the park or go for a light jog. I also enjoy trying out new recipes in the kitchen. It's a fun way to unwind. What about you, Julia?
Oh, I love that. I usually spend my free time exploring different hobbies. Recently, I've gotten into painting, which is so relaxing and allows me to express my creativity. When I'm not painting, you can often find me volunteering at the local animal shelter.
I've got an interesting question for you. Listeners, make sure you're practicing your English with us. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
Well, Simon, if I could travel anywhere right now, I'd choose Japan. I have always been interested in its mix of old traditions and new ideas. I'd love to wander Tokyo's lively streets, explore historic temples in Kyoto, and even try my hand at making sushi.
That's wonderful, Julia. I'd choose Italy, especially Florence. The art, history, and food are captivating. I'd love to visit the Uffizi Gallery, explore local markets, and enjoy authentic gelato with the locals. Italy's rich culture would make improving my Italian so enjoyable.
Okay, how often do you use technology in your daily life?
Certainly, Julia. Technology is deeply woven into my daily routine. From using my smartphone to manage my schedule and stay connected with friends, to relying on my laptop for work tasks and research, it's hard to imagine a day without it. Even during my leisure time, I find myself streaming music or reading on my tablet.
Yeah, that's right. I feel the same way. It's amazing how much technology has become a part of our lives. I use my smartphone for everything from checking the news to practicing languages with apps.
How has technology improved your work or study, and in what ways?
Oh, in so many ways. It's made studying and working so much easier. I can take notes on my phone, access information instantly, and even collaborate with others online.
That's right. We can even apply for courses or jobs online without having to visit places in person. Plus, we can check our results from home, attend virtual classes, and access countless learning resources anytime. It's amazing how convenient everything has become.
Cool. Let's see the next question. Do you think traveling is important? Why or why not?
Absolutely. I think traveling is incredibly important. It's not just about seeing new places. It's about experiencing different cultures, meeting new people, and broadening our perspectives.
You're absolutely right. Traveling pushes us out of our comfort zones and offers learning experiences that go beyond what we can read in books or hear in class. It also opens our eyes to different lifestyles and ways of thinking, which makes us more open-minded and adaptable in life.
Now I have a different question. How much money can make a person truly happy?
Oh, that's a tough question. I would say money can bring comfort and security. But it's not the key to true happiness. Happiness comes from relationships, personal growth, and fulfilling experiences. Money can help with those things, but it's not the whole picture.
That's a thought-provoking perspective. I totally agree that money can only take us so far. It's interesting how some people with less often seem happier than those with more.
What's one skill you've always wanted to learn, and why?
Well, I've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. There's something so captivating about how music can bring people together and express emotions that words sometimes can't. Plus, imagine sitting around a campfire with friends, strumming away and singing along.
If you ask me, I'd say I've always wanted to learn how to cook more complex dishes. There's something incredibly satisfying about creating a meal from scratch, and I love how food brings people together. Plus, being able to cook a variety of dishes would make family gatherings even more special.
What's your favourite way to relax after a busy day?
After a busy day, my favourite way to relax is to cozy up with a good book and a cup of herbal tea. There's something magical about getting lost in a different world through a story. What about you?
That sounds so peaceful. For me, after a hectic day, I love unwinding with a good movie or TV show. It helps me switch off and just relax. Sometimes I'll even take a walk if the weather's nice. It's a great way to clear my mind and recharge.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice I've ever received is: life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. This simple idea taught me to embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to my happiness. It's a reminder to find joy even in difficult moments, and that mindset has helped me push forward and learn from every experience.
That's incredibly inspiring, Simon. I really love that perspective. It puts everything into context. It reminds me to always look for the silver lining and appreciate the journey, no matter how stormy the weather might get.